We know Ed was driving that car still back across. So I'm confident he's going to be all right. Man, I feel bad. They were really... All right. So Derek Cooper is our third in limited small tire. And we are going to pull him up so he can break the beams while we do this cleanup right here, just to be as efficient as possible. We appreciate their team for working with us. I don't know that they were planning on making a run or not before, but we appreciate them working with us. There you go. Derek Cooper ready for the final. Man, Ed Else, I'm so sorry for that. That thing looked so good all day long. Hate for them to do that. Mrs. Cox, Melanie Cox, we need you for Mustang Madness. In the Calvert Racing Cobra Jet, Melanie Cox, we need you in the lanes for Mustang Madness final, please. Folks, while we get our lanes back in order, we are going to run lane 1 and 2 with all of our slick tire category finals first. And I just want to take this opportunity one more time to thank everybody for being out here this weekend for Streetcar Super Nationals 21, presented by Fuel Tech. And I want to give a special thanks to all of the racers, all of the fans, the family, everybody that's been out here. It has been a struggle with the weather, and then every weird thing that could go wrong going wrong. And we do appreciate the fact that you guys have stuck with us, and we're going to crown champions tonight. And that's a really, really big deal. So again, big thanks to Fuel Tech. Want to thank Precision Turbo. Want to thank SMC Race Cars, and of course, Australian Outback Plants. Paul and Paul Jr. were out here today and all weekend.
We drive performance. We drive passion. A background in drag racing. And a future in all forms of motorsports. Because success in one sport isn't enough. Pushing ourselves to be the best. Climbing every mountain. Topping every peak. Until you see Fuel Tech everywhere.
Sons, brothers, cousins, it's all of it. Again, really, really appreciate it. Of course, our SMC race cars, Outlaw 8.5 for Krusty Race. You know, we had a lot of help besides the SMC race cars crew. Greg Champagne, Mark Menser, Jeff Boyd, Taro Martinez from Martinez Stair Company, Jennifer Boyd, Junkyard Jenny's Used D Parts, Brandon McBride, Snap-on Tools, Elite Imports Auto Repair, Tim Parker at Parker Sheet Metal, Kurt Johnson at Total Venue Concepts, of course, Jason Gonzalez and Wendy Schaefer Gonzalez at Atlas Performance Racing Engines. Big, big thanks to all of you. George Ragoza at Van Toll and Ragoza Racing, Joe Oplosky at Hyperactive Performance Solutions, Rodney at RPM Transmissions, Derek and Gail Cooper, who gave $500 for the #1 qualifier bonus, Chad Davis, who added another $500, Scott Lewis, who added another $500, Anthony Harrington at MadRacingParts.com, who put a $1,000 bounty on to pay to whoever took out the #1 qualifier, and if the winner was the #1 qualifier, they'll get that extra $1,000. Of course, Williams Motorsports, couldn't do it without you. Red Tide Canopies, the Brotherhood of Street Racers. It was awesome of you guys to come out and put on a party here and be a part of this event, and we appreciate it. And MPR Motorsports, couldn't do it without you guys as well. So big thanks to everybody that has supported this event. You know, this is a big, big deal event. It cost a lot of money to put on, and without all you supporters, it just wouldn't be a viable deal. So really want to thank you all for being a part of it. It means the world to us. Thank you. I got Paul from Australian Outback Plants here right now. And Paul, how's it been for you this weekend?
Oh, g'day, Chad. And I just wanted to say that, Chad, you're the voice, and you've done a great job, and you're up here all the time, and it wasn't for you, the fans wouldn't be here. So thanks, mate.
I appreciate that, Paul. And it has been an absolute pleasure hanging out with you. It is so cool to have a company like yours as a part of this. Like I said, I tell everybody, you know, we have big companies like Summit Racing Equipment, but a lot of these companies that I've rattled off are small businesses. Businesses like my business, like your businesses, you guys that are down here. And so it means a lot. It really does. And, you know, this is Mel's entire life is doing races like this. And he and his lovely wife, Heather, and their kids, are running around out here growing up at the racetrack like all of your kids. And so it really is a family event, and it does mean a lot to them to have you guys that come out year after year after year to be a part of it. So again, thank you. I know we're getting ready to run our finals here in just a few minutes, but once you guys are done, you guys are champions of Streetcar Super Nationals 21. That's a big deal. Nobody can take that away from you. To all of our number one qualifiers who got those number one qualifier hats that you cannot buy, you got to earn that. Congratulations to you guys. To those of you that had personal bests and who celebrated, awesome feats this week, congratulations. This was a challenging event for everybody. On behalf of the staff here at Las Vegas, at the Strip at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, thank you for coming out and joining us. I hope you guys come out for other events here if you don't already. Want to thank Total Venue Concepts and all of the track prep and safety crew that's been here this weekend. They have worked their tails off. And remember, it's one thing we all go, oh yeah, well, they're here to make sure this track is real sticky and good and that we go fast. But the reality is the most important job they have is to keep you guys safe. And that's by giving you guys a safe racetrack and making sure we have the best safety safari up there on the top end with Cookie and all that crew. And we do. And so this track is second to none. I love this place, and I know you guys do too. So make sure you come back, do other races. This next week is the turkey race and the whole big Thanksgiving bracket race, which is huge, and it's awesome. I know some of you guys are staying for that, but come back. Visit us for other events as well throughout the year. And I just hope, if I don't get to say it before we leave today, have a happy Thanksgiving. I hope you guys spend it with friends and family. Remember to be thankful. Remember that in this, crappy climate of the world that we live in right now, there's a lot of stuff that's just not worth arguing about. Some of it is, but the reality is, folks, let's do a really easy bar to achieve, and that's being a good human being to your fellow man. So whoever it is that's out here that you know and love, make sure you tell them that. And if you don't know somebody that's standing next to you, introduce yourselves. You could have a new lifelong friend, and be good to people. That's what matters. And we're, like I said, we're getting close to going back racing. We're going to do this. We're going to have fun. And again, appreciate each and every one of you.
Now, I just wanted to say that coming here as a competitor from another country, the class of the cars, the paint jobs, everything, everybody just goes about their business. They help each other out. It's just wonderful. And to come here and see so many people at this Streetcar Super Nationals, and here we are still here. It's just wonderful, Chad.
You're right. I mean, the level of car that's here, you're going to laugh at this, but Mel Roth and I talked about what we were going to do for the, Best Appearing Car Award, and there were so many. It made it so hard. There are just so many nice cars out here, and the truth of the matter is we just keep rattling off more and more, and then Mel goes and drives around and, sits and thinks on it a little bit, and we sort of, bounce ideas around and come to a decision. And this time it was Ricky Daniels in that beautiful 4i Fox body, and he's still in. And it's a great car, a great dude, really awesome to see him win that Best Appearing Car Award. There are great trophies, really cool stuff out here this week. Remember, if you are here still because you just finished a semi, you are owed money. And when the racing is done, come on up here in the tower, and we'll get you to fill out a W-9 if you have not done so already, and get you guys checks. As you go down the racetrack, don't think about this, but when you get off the racetrack, do think about this, that we need you to come down the return road and stop in front of the winner's circle banner where Robert Grice from Extreme Photos will get your pictures. Your crew and all that can be out here. That's great. We're going to try and do this as quickly as possible so that you guys can go home. So pull up, get all your folks behind the car so the car is in front of you for the photos. Robert will get your pictures. We'll get you everything you need from Mel and the girls and get you on your way to getting loaded up and going home if that's what you're doing next. So apologize for the delays, but Mr. Else had a rough lap right there, and we're just glad he's okay. I know the car is tore up, but hopefully he can fix that thing without too much trouble and be back here for another race before too long. So we'll let you guys take a break here for just a minute, and as soon as the dragging is done, we'll get to racing as we are going to get into our slick tire finals in no box, box, triple index, super index, Mustang Madness, open comp, and big tire before we move over to our radial class finals as well. So we will be coming up with that shortly. Attention in the pits, attention in the pits. If you're in a final, we need you here now. All finalists, you must come to the lanes. All finalists to the lanes, please. We are about ready to run in our left two lanes. Then they are going to get our right two set, and we will be ready to rock and roll. So I need the remainder of my finalists. I need you here now. Thank you. Just a reminder, after you make your run in the final, we need winner and runner-up in the winner's circle, please. Winner and runner-up. Again, we'll make it quick. Robert Grice is down there. He'll be ready. If you have your crew there, they hop out for the photo. He'll get your photos and get you ready to rock and roll. But we need both the winner and runner-up to be in front of that banner independently so that we can have everything to post. It is critical for all our sponsors. All right, gang. This is our Streetcar Super Nationals 21 presented by Fuel Tech. No box final. Tana Taylor out of Rigby, Idaho in the right lane in the 70 Mustang, going up against Luigi Panunzio in the left lane in the 85 S10. Luigi, dial 1214, Tana 1034. Tana Taylor goes double 0-1 green. Can she turn it into the W? Yes. Tana Taylor is your Streetcar Super Nationals 21 champion in no box. Look at that. Calvert Racing no box champion and our wonderful national anthem singer. That was a great one for Tana Taylor. Next up in box, we've got RacingJunk.com box. Finalist is going to be Lincoln Shirk out of Langley, British Columbia in the right lane, and DeAndre Fitzgerald out of Riverside, California in the left lane. 1279 the dial for DeAndre. 503 the dial for the dragster. Let's see how their reaction times compare. They're real close at the hit. Can DeAndre hold off the dragster? Yes, he can. In the Hyundai Santa Fe, your champion in RacingJunk.com box, DeAndre Fitzgerald. Up next, triple index, Ryan Edwards in the right lane, Greg Dreher in the left lane. Both of them 1060 the index. Heads up to the stripe. Whoever gets there first without going under is going to win it. Ryan in the 70 Nova. Dreher over there in the Chevy 2. One of these reaction times is not like the other. The win light goes to Greg Dreher. He was 26 on the tree to Ryan 64 and goes 10-61-9 for the win. And in Super Index, Doug Carter out of Thornton, Colorado in the 1994 Camaro, 960 the dial. Tracy Hawker in the 860 68 Camaro, big wheels up launch. Little bit of a reaction time advantage for Doug Carter, but Doug breaks out by 6 thou and gives the win to Tracy Hawker. Johnny Mendoza out of LA, dialing 852 here in Mustang Madness. Melanie Cox in the right lane in the 2014 Calvert Racing Cobra Jet, dialing 884. Melanie's gonna get 0.3 of a second head start, and Johnny is gonna chase her down. They're both really good on the tree, but one of them's better than the other, and she just won it. Melanie Cox, 008 on the tree to an 014 for Mendoza, and Melanie Cox goes 886 on an 884 with an 008 on the tree. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a 28 pack for the win in Mustang Madness. All right, ladies and gentlemen, in the left lane, my dude, James Taggart, in open comp, out of Winlock, Washington, in the 64 Falcon, with the sticker that says shiny paint causes stress. Taggart was your #1 qualifier in open comp and has been absolutely on fire today, and he's so excited he can hardly stand it. Going up against Michael Hadrith. Hadrith out of Las Vegas, dialed at 1038. Taggart, 1156. Hadrith over there in the 92 Mustang. Taggart's in. Hadrith's in. Taggart and Hadrith really close on the tree. Who's it gonna be at the stripe? James Taggart getting the win at Streetcar Super Nationals 21. James Taggart just won Streetcar Super Nationals 21, and he is gonna lose his mind. It was one of his worst lights of the weekend, and he still pulled it off. 59 on the tree and goes 57 with a 1 on a 56. Congratulations to that team. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into Big Tire. Mike Keenan over here in the left lane in the 2019 Z06. Nick Duda in the right lane out of Langley, British Columbia in the 63 Corvette with just 393 cubic inches of small block Chevrolet under the hood. Mike Keenan and Nick Duda. I got to tell you, I'm a huge fan of Nick Duda's Corvette over here. But Mike Keenan's machine is also pretty darn sexy. They are pushing it back, though, right now. And I believe I see fluid that has come out from under it on the starting line. That is unfortunate. I was looking forward to a really good race, but it looks like Nick Duda is going to get the single here in the final of Big Tire. Nick Duda, you are a bad, bad man, my friend. Look at that little hot rod wiggling around a little in the middle. No time, but I guarantee you that is a heck of a run. That, as Gage just said, that is the baddest dude in Big Tire on the West Coast with a small block for power. Come on. All of you guys with Nick Duda's team, congratulations. You guys deserve it. That is an awesome hot rod, and I'm thrilled to death for you guys. Terribly sorry that Keenan's car was broke. I hate seeing that, but thankfully it made a mess right here on the starting line and didn't end up something down there that would cause a crash. That would be horrible. We would hate to see that. So our guys are going to do some cleanup here on the starting line. Congratulations to all our winners and runner-up out there. You guys are great. You guys have put on a heck of a show. Those were some exciting finals. I know we have more to go, but we'll do a little bit of cleanup here and get back at it. Again, thank you to all of you guys for showing up. What a great job. I'm not going to lie. DeAndre Fitzgerald, you're a bad, bad man. I love you, brother. I sent your dad a text message approximately 1,000th of a second after you got the win light. So he probably has a dent from the inside to the outside in the roof of that truck from jumping up and down. But that's okay. Your biggest cheerleader.
We drive performance. We drive passion, a background in drag racing, and a future in all forms of motorsports. Because success in one sport isn't enough. Pushing ourselves to be the best, climbing every mountain, topping every peak, until you see Fuel Tech everywhere.
All right, gang. We're ready to go back at it. In the left lane is going to be Scott Bishke out of Parowan, Utah, in the 84 Mustang. Clint Stoneham in that cool little 74 Datsun Z car won the Lil Gangsters Burnout Contest and has been on fire the last couple of days. I love this little orange Z car, I'm not gonna lie. But it is anybody's guess right here as to who's gonna get the win. Stoneham is in. Bishke is in. The tree comes down. Big starting line advantage for the Z car of Clint. Stoneham goes through the lights with the win in Outlaw Small Tire. Clint Stoneham is your winner. Bishke got out there to about half track and just was not able to keep up. Great job by both of those guys to fight through this tough field. But Clint Stoneham, great job. Congratulations. And now we're going over to our radial prep lanes. Doing a quick drag. And we will be ready to rock and roll. Up next is our Little Gangsters second chance race. That's that NorCal Trucks second chance Little Gangsters category, presented by Williams Motorsports. I'm sorry, Matt. We're busy here. Ron has done his job in the lanes, and he's now eating carrot cake. All right? Yeah. Yep. Remember in Days of Thunder? I'm sorry, we're busy. we're eating ice cream. It's a little bit like that, big dog. Ron is officially retired until whatever he has to do this again in 2 days. So all right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a couple of them left, and this is Little Gangster's second chance. This is $3,000 to win here in the Australian Outback Plants Little Gangsters category. This is the NorCal Truck second chance race, and again, $3,000 to win. This is Christian Pulaski's and Tyler Twerden. Twerden out of Calgary, Alberta, and that awesome 78 Volvo 245. Christian in the 75 Big Block Vega. Yes, please. Who would have predicted a nitrous Vega going up against a turbo Volvo in Streetcar Super Nationals if you had asked somebody 10 years ago? But here we are, Streetcar Super Nationals 21, and it's about to be on. Wheels up for the Volvo. They're side by side. Through the lights, the win to Tyler Twerden out of Calgary in the 78 Volvo. Congratulations with a $3,000 check coming your way. Fernando Loya. Loya out of Richmond, Utah. Over here in our Australian Outback Plants Little Gangsters OG category. $7,000 to win this one. Fernando going up against Tim Van Tol out of Princeton, California in that 98 Camaro. 525 cubic inches under the hood. Yeah, exactly. The 91 Mustang in the left lane. A classic 90s Mustang versus 90s Camaro battle. Remember, in Little Gangsters, heads up, first to the end wins as long as you don't go quicker than 530. If you do, the other guy wins. Fernando's in. Tim Van Tol, look at that. They are side by side. Who's going to win it right here? The win goes to Tim Van Tol out of Princeton, California. All right, folks. Limited small tire. Katie Metza in the right lane. Kelly Henry in the left. Wow! Huge wheel stand for Katie Metza. Katie stood that thing up the other day as well. Wow. Pedaled it, set it down. Didn't wait long enough, whacked the throttle. That thing came right back up. That was a wild ride for Katie. Katie got the win because of the red light. Man, that thing drug the bumper. That was a wheel stand. Ladies and gentlemen, give them both a big round of applause for getting down the racetrack. Hopefully, we are good and we don't have a mess of any kind. I see Weston out there. Hearing that it is dry. Gonna push her off, that's it. We got the four-wheeler, yes. Katie Metza, thank you for the entertainment. Let's not do that again, but it was awesome. That was as high up as you can get a Fox body Mustang with a bumper on it. All right, Alessandro Milani and Ricky Daniels. Ricky Daniels, the Best Appearing Car Award. This is Real Steel. Ricky Daniels, look at that thing move. Your Best Appearing Car Award winner is your Real Steel champion. What a lick right there. Ricky Daniels just dangling the front wheels. Alessandro Milani gave him everything he had, but it was not enough. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's X275 time. That's Tyler Stamler over there out of Rockview, Alberta in the little S10 in the right lane, and Chris Gould out of Spruce Grove, Alberta in the 2017 Camaro. It's an all Great White North family finale. This is Canadian on Canadian. We Americans didn't even make it into this bad boy. Chris Gould, you and Tyler Stamler are awesome. I love me the S10, but you can't argue with that 2017 Camaro either. They are your number 2 and 3 qualifier, by the way. Chris Gould took out the number 1 qualifier in the semifinals. Oh, trouble for the S10 and Chris Gould going A to B. Tyler Stamler was better on the tree, 32 to Chris Gould's 43, but 60 foot was about as far as that S10 was going without starting to spin the tire. And Chris Gould goes 4.28.5, 171 mile an hour to get the win in X275 here at Streetcar Super Nationals 21. All right, folks, we are now in Pro 275. Harry and Ian over there in the right lane out of Chatsworth in the 67 Camaro going up against Brandon McBride out of Lakewood, Colorado in the 05 Corvette in the left lane. All right, Brandon McBride lights the top bulb. Pre-stage is on for both of them. Harry and Ian also in. Let's see. Harry is last to bump in. The tree comes down. Harry with the hole shot. But can he hang with it? Smoke in both lanes. Harry with a lot in the right lane. The win light going to Brandon McBride. Brandon McBride getting the win over there in the left lane. Ladies and gentlemen, you are not going to believe this, but we're good to go. I don't know how there's that much smoke, but I love it. We just checked the 8th mile and the quarter, and we're good. Car is clean up at the top end as well. All right. Here we go. Here we go in limited drag radial. Cody Fleming out of Cotati, California in the 76 Corvette over there in the right lane, and Jeff Young in the 05 Corvette here in the left lane. Young qualified number 2 with a 4.109 at 187, and Fleming qualified number 5 with a 4.21.2 at 177. The point is, these are both two bad hot rods. Young out of Idaho Falls, Idaho. They're both in the top. Fleming in the right. Young's in. Here they go. Corvette on Corvette. Who's it going to be? Wow. 398.8 to 401.7. Jeff Young is 57 on the tree to Cody Fleming's 169, and he gets the win at both ends. Better than Cody Fleming, but what a drag race. Ladies and gentlemen, that was your LDR final. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is our final pair because our final is going to be a single. This is Derek Cooper out of Bowling Green, Kentucky in the 94 Cobra in the left lane, 430 cubic inches of Ford power under the hood. And the birthday boy, Sheldon Root in the 62, Canadian Acadian, as he told me it's called. Beautiful car, 540 cubic inch big block Chevrolet. Sheldon was in 2 semifinals. Lost the other one, but he's here. In Holder's AC small tire. This is a no time category. First who gets there wins it. All right, here we go. Oh, Sheldon Root having trouble. I was looking forward to the winner's circle celebration with them, but not going to happen. Derek Cooper getting it out of Bowling Green, Kentucky, taking the win in Holder AC small tire. And ladies and gentlemen, we have one vehicle left. One and only one gonna do This is KJ Glennon. Glennon just going to take the tree in Outlaw 8.5 out of Salem, Oregon. Congratulations, KJ Glennon. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming out as we finish up with all of our winner circle photos. James Taggart, you're a bad, bad man, my friend. Rock on, brother, rock on. Love you too, dude. So thrilled. Stop smiling. I'll tell you what, folks, it is so cool to see after a very difficult few days on behalf of the entire staff of Las Vegas Motor Speedway, everybody that was brought in as subs and everybody that's regular staff here, and Mel Roth, Heather Roth, the entire Streetcar Super Nationals family. Thank you so much to all of you guys for coming out. If you're still watching the bangshift.com live feed, we're going to turn the camera toward the winner's circle and let that roll while we put away all the other stuff from the broadcast. And I cannot thank S&T S&T Truck Repair and Redline Oil, of course, Artex Racing, Molly Motorsport, Fuel Tech, Holly, Shirk & Sons Racing, Texas Precision Performance, and all of you folks that have been watching all weekend. We appreciate your support so much. Look at that Guido out there. Look at that Guido. Them gold rims look good, baby. But yes, we appreciate all you guys. We're going to roll you up. We're going to get your photos, and we're going to let you guys go home. If you are staying here for the turkey race, I am jealous, and I know you guys are going to have fun. If you are going home to your families, enjoy your Thanksgiving. Enjoy your time with family. It's precious. And you guys, make sure you appreciate it. Be thankful. That's what Thanksgiving is all about. Again, on behalf of everybody else that's out here, thank you so much for joining us. I'm Chad Reynolds with bangshift.com, and I cannot thank the tower staff enough, the on-track staff, everybody out here. My partner in crime at these races all the time, Mr. Ron Mortimer, Gage the intern, of course, Heather, always out there. You know what? She's the tough guy in the staging lanes, honestly. And everybody else that's here, Matt DeYoung, you do a killer job. Of course, Neil Sabo, my partner in crime on the live feed, thank you so much. Hopefully you can't hear me thanking you. We will see you guys next time at Streetcar Super Nationals 22 in 2026. See ya. Hey, is Jose Morales still out there? Jose Morales, are you still out there somewhere? I called your name like 64 and a half times today, trying to give you some stuff for being #1 qualifier, and I don't see you.